Live. There we go.
Awesome, awesome. Good to be back, you guys. Hope you're having a good Thursday. Ooh, excuse me.
That good a Thursday.
Must be. Oh man, the cream soda got to me.
Oh my goodness. It's hard stuff. It is hard
Mm-hmm.
stuff.
It is. You
That's what
better
I went with.
watch your cream soda intake.
And
Oh, I
turn
forgot to
down
put
your
that.
eye. Wow. Frankie's just not having a good day today.
It's not, man. Messed me up some fierce.
Should have went with a diet or a Coke or a Dr. Pepper zero sugar.
Mm, mm,
Go for
mm.
that black can.
Anyways, so guys, this is the Baker Show. Gentlemen, hope you guys are having a good day. Hope your Valentine's Day was enjoyable. If you spent it with somebody special or family or by yourself, whatever. Hope it was an enjoyable day.
Yeah.
Just so happens that it also ended on Ash Wednesday,
Yes.
which was a very rare occurrence, but it is what it is, and that kind of limited what we were able to eat yesterday.
It happens. It wasn't the end of the world. Still had some great food, great time, less than great movie. But we'll get into that in a minute and
I thought it was a good movie.
how Frankie is wrong, and this time is just disappointing. But that doesn't matter because there's something that's not disappointing right now, and that is the Trust the Process by Pariah Cigars. That is our Mexican San Andreas wrap, Dominican binder, Dominican African Cameroon, and U.S. Pennsylvania Ligero filled cigar. Right now, having it in the Robusto. Ooh, it smells nice, but it also comes in a Toro and Gordo for those who want to switch it up, have a little more burn for your buck. Ha, like that, not bang for
Mm-hmm.
burn for your buck. Go ahead and light that up. Frankie's already getting started, getting a lap on me, not a problem.
Yeah, I think these are very unique in our portfolio of cigars. If you guys haven't tried it, I definitely recommend you guys give it a try. But last night, it was like 9:30. Had nothing else to do. So I called Miguel up. I was like, you want to go watch Madam Web? He's like, yeah, let's go. And
I was down, yeah.
I honestly I enjoyed it. It wasn't a it wasn't a top tier Marvel film by any stretch of the imagination.
It's a Sony film.
Still Marvel.
Oh, but it's the crew and behind the scenes is different. The
Okay,
creative
yeah,
is
yeah, yeah.
different.
So then it wasn't a top tier film when compared to the Spider Man movies or Venom.
Very fair.
It was better than Morbius.
But not once did anybody say it's Morbin time. So I don't know if it is good or not. That's how you gotta, I think, level all movies from now on. Whether it was Madam Web
Yeah.
or Into the Spider Verse Part One,
Part two I just
or
watched last night. Across the Spider Verse.
Cross. That's what I'm sorry. Cross Spider Verse Part One, um, or I don't know Paddington Two, or Das Boot. You know, they don't say it's Morbin time enough in these movies.
I will say both animated Spider-Man films for me, for Sony, rank at the top tier. They're
Incredible.
fantastic. I cannot wait for part two of Across.
Having said that, though, which do you pick between that and the new trilogy of Spider-Mans?
Tom Holland ones?
Yeah, Homecoming, Far From Home, No Way
Oh, the
Home.
animated.
You pick
Yeah.
really?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
There's something about um the way the art is done.
So true.
The artwork in that is beautiful, and then for Across the Spider Verse Part One, the way that they did different artwork for different Spider-Mans
And different.
areas
Yeah.
was amazing. The soundtracks of both films are top notch.
True.
I think Miles Morales is a great character, and I mean, don't get me wrong, I think Peter Parker is great too, but I really enjoyed the animated version.
You know what? Could not agree more. That's a very good point. Eduardo and Jeremy, how you guys doing? Thank you. I enjoyed You Better Go. Spider-Man, You Better Go Home. This is actually a prequel before he gets his powers and he's getting picked on. He's like, oh shit, I better go home with all my stolen technology from trash cans, which I guess isn't stolen. Salvage? Salvage.
Salvage.
Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't agree more with your take on that. The Miles Morales series, I hope it doesn't end with the next one, but at the same time, I think past the trilogy, it starts to weaken a little bit.
I think it will because they're gonna do a live action.
I just don't see it. It's too late. the bubble is busted. I'm sorry, but they're gonna need to take a little hiatus on superhero movies for a while because they're starting to eat themselves.
I,
Um,
I I don't think that's true. I think what happened was that they started pandering too damn much
yeah,
with the Marvels. I thought was forced. Um, like even that scene in Endgame
oh gosh,
with
yeah.
Miss Marvel or
How you
Captain
gonna get through
Marvel,
all that?
and then it's all the female superheroes. That's forced. I'm sorry.
Was
When you look at the
absolutely.
wide scape of who watches and reads comic books and the comic book movies, whether you like it or not, it's still guys. I mean, there are girls that do, but it's still guys. And when I told people what I thought of the Marvels online,
Oh,
I
got
got called
mad.
I got called sexist and a bigot, and I was like, okay,
So I don't like the movie.
sure. I just didn't like the movie. I liked Madam Web,
I
so
I didn't like Shazam or Black Adam all that much. Those are guys. I'm sorry. I did not like Madam Web. Spider Man, clean your home. That is not. That's actually 2099. Miguel O'Hara has to clean his home because his
yeah.
wife goes out and makes the money. But that's a whole different story. What did you think of Godzilla X Kong trailer?
To be honest with you, I liked it a lot. I'm looking forward to this movie. Um, I feel that this is a good series that they're starting up.
Jeremy, where do you think? No, that's not. That is on a whole other streaming service. Don't watch that, anyone. Um, I'm gonna go on the negative on this one too. It feels too much like they're trying to make it a superhero movie
With his glove,
with the team up and the glove,
it's a power
and
glove though. So you can like play video games.
so then like Neil Patrick Harris. Then we all realize Power Glove sucks. I feel like they're trying to make it too much of a superhero movie. And
Hmm.
back to my point that these movies are eating themselves is because the budgets are so big. $80 million to make a subpar movie. I'm sorry, but that's crazy talk to me. Madam Web was not worth $80 million, and they had such good talent in that movie. Like the
Yeah.
actors and whatnot are good actors. Just the plot and some of the special effects to it were just not great. And I'm not alone on that. Right now, IMDb is sitting at 3 out of 10 stars, and that's from not critics, from what do you call it, views,
And
fans. Um, I really want to watch the Godzilla X Kong movie. I don't care. I like those big fight scenes. I don't mind that. But we're looking, I think, at the end of the Western era and start turning into spaghetti westerns. Smaller budgets, a whole bunch of them. You're gonna start seeing that. So instead of $350 million, $400 million to make, I don't know, Batman, Superman, Dawn of the 55 other superheroes, the new 52,
hmm
Smasheroo,
hmm
whatever they want to call it. I think that's not going to be in the cards coming up pretty soon, especially with the streaming going the way it is, turning basically into cable. Money is going to have to be found somewhere, and it's not there. So these tent poles are going to either have to get bigger, which I don't know if they can, or you're going to have to start making smaller tent poles and stretching
hmm
it out. Keep the circus going. Just keep the circus going. And I do think you're absolutely right. That scene was very forced in Endgame, and they did such a better job in The Boys when they had the girls team up against oh gosh, what was her name? The bad chick with the lightning,
the
Stormfront.
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 I was say Nazi girl, but no, that's not right.
Well, she was, but the way they did it was not forced and showed off the really badass, awesome characters and fit the plot
Hmm.
perfectly. So you can do it in ways that are amazing. Atomic Blonde, um, the Lara Croft movies,
Hmm.
Tomb Raider, which I know aren't the best examples of like any movie really, because video game movies haven't been that great,
Hmm.
but still good female-led character.
Yeah.
I love the friggin' Resident Evil series, even though some of those movies are a little weak. Um, there's plenty. There's
Yeah.
plenty of good.
Yeah. Um, Tarantino indie age again. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, even that I don't know exactly because there's not love for indie anymore because indie is a whole different term.
I don't know. I think there is. Look at Terrifier.
Terrifier wasn't indie anymore.
Yes, it is.
It's independent. It's not
Yeah,
indie. They had a budget of like $2 million.
that doesn't matter. So independent. They didn't have any
There's
big
a
production people
there's a
behind them.
there's a difference between. I mean, that's what I'm saying. My split is indie versus independent.
Same
Like,
thing.
it's not. It's really not.
It
Because you
is.
have Favreau making an independent movie about a truck, food truck.
Mm-hmm.
That's independent.
Mm-hmm.
It's a different type of story. He has different resources. That's totally fine. That's awesome. There's a lot of great independent movies, but it's not indie.
And what is indie?
Indie is things that are bootstrapped that have no connection with things that are larger than itself already. Like, you can get a couple of things in there and still be indie, but it's different. Absolutely different.
I
I
don't know.
also think some of the choices were just okay. New Wasp, Pepper in a Suit. Yeah, it kind of was.
Some of the, I didn't get to see that. What did you say? Some of the what?
It's over on YouTube. It's the last call on YouTube. Yeah, just Pepper in a Suit
I
at one
have
point.
an
Yeah.
issue with what they did in the second Black Panther movie,
What was
Wakanda Forever.
is that what it's called?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I don't want to offend anybody, so I'm gonna keep this to myself.
Which one? Which were?
I'll
Oh,
tell you when we're done.
okay.
But I enjoyed the film. I enjoyed Wakanda Forever. I thought it wasn't bad.
No, I had a lot of fun watching it.
Yeah,
I just didn't like the Ironheart.
I
I didn't.
didn't care for Ironheart. And I didn't care that Namor lost. He shouldn't have lost.
I didn't like that either. At least it could have been amicable of some sort. Like, for once, instead of like it going like oh my gosh, like Chadwick Boseman in Civil War ending it without bloodshed.
Mm-hmm.
The whole purpose of the Protector and someone wise, he's like, no, this isn't gonna end with something so simple as violence. He actually chose the right. And obviously she wanted revenge. Everyone in her family just died.
Yeah.
Her country was destroyed, and she was by herself.
We are getting off topic though. We got to go back to Madam Web.
It was bad.
I did not think it was bad. I enjoyed it. I will say, again,
ruin name. Yeah,
it was not a top tier film as far as superhero films go. It's a C. It's right in the middle.
I have to disagree with you a little bit as far as where I rank it in the Spider-Man movies, though.
No, Spider-Man movie's at the bottom of the list, man.
I liked it better than part 3 and part 2 of Amazing Spider-Man. I liked it better than part 2, and I liked it better than number 3 for
Spider-Man.
Yeah, it's just nostalgia that I like those. But I didn't.
Well, they messed up Venom in part 3 of Spider-Man
very badly,
really badly,
and Osborn, New Goblin with the snowboard. Yeah, that was bad. But what's his name was a great Sandman.
Was in
part 3.
That was in part 2 of Andrew Garfield's.
No, that was an even worse Goblin.
Oh, okay,
where he's like
with the face.
Thing. Yeah, that was even worse. They didn't undo it.
But the pie, Miguel.
That was terrible. They also changed Madam Web. Yeah, I don't know that much about her though. They did, so,
but at the same time, it was kind of like the Guardians. You know, it was someone that not a whole lot of people knew of unless you were really into comic books.
Yeah,
and I thought they did a decent job with it. Guardians was amazing. I don't think they're gonna duplicate doing that again.
That's lightning in a bottle that you're not gonna catch twice.
Yeah, but as far as Madam Web goes, I thought it was good. You know, I enjoyed it, and I will say it has its problems. The villain, his voice was super annoying. I will say that,
and not lined up half the time.
Yeah, so
in the beginning, watch for that because it's not lined up. It's not synced up well. And I'm gonna go with Jeremy's comment: Voltron versus Transformers. I'd be down for that, 100%. 100% down for that.
Well, here's the thing: would it be Voltron versus the Transformers, or Voltron
versus Power Rangers?
Because those are
similar.
Yeah, instead of having different Zords, they have tigers, and they come together. Like Voltron, they come together to make what's his name?
The Megazord.
The Megazord. Thank you.
Wow.
So, what would it be? Would it be better Voltron versus Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, or versus Transformers? I think Power Rangers would be better.
Power Rangers already have their crossover in their series with the Turtles. All right. And I don't even actually remember watching other than on YouTube, but I heard it's pretty damn awesome.
Yeah. And Fortnite's getting the Turtles too.
Gosh, everything. They should be everywhere. They're awesome. Yeah. Now back to Eduardo. Raimi didn't want all of the villains, and they did. Yeah, they were forcing it thought it would make more money, thought they could sell more toys, thought make more video games. I get the idea of more is more, but he's right. It would have been better with less of them.
Yeah.
They could have worked their way up to an amazing Sinister Six instead
That's
of
what I was really looking forward to.
the terrible ending of, I believe it was Venom 2, where Vulture just comes at, time to team up, buddy, and they're
Yeah.
like, okay, who was he even who was he talking to?
I gotta watch it again. I don't even
Oh
remember.
my gosh. Oh yeah, there's just so many out there. And then GI Joe and Transformers. I don't care for the Transformer movies all that much, but they did it so
Yeah,
good.
that was awesome. I did not see that coming, and then they dropped that on there. That I cannot wait to see how that goes.
Do you think Kong will die down the road in another film? I don't know if they're gonna kill him off or have him like retire, like a new Kong taking over. All of it's gonna go Kong, and he's gonna have a standalone without Godzilla, where he's older, training Mighty Joe Young. Boom.
I'm not training a little baby one that they found.
Which is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, that's adorable.
I don't know if they're gonna kill him off. That'd be interesting. Although what they do in this next movie to defeat the, I don't know what he's called, but I'm calling him Red because it looks red. The evil ape.
Yeah, whatever it's called, Scar or something.
There's a mutagen that gets built in the forest, and this wolf finds and licks it all up, and he grows huge, and they redo Rampage, but better.
I didn't mind that because I didn't think there was that much to do with it. It's they're rampaging. They rampaged. Movie done. They did a good job.
The video game was awesome.
The video game is awesome. See, I'm sorry, Eduardo. I did not care for Morbius. Maybe if they had a different bad guy.
Yeah.
If he could have, yeah. Simo and Scar King. That's the name. Okay, yeah. Kong on the beach drinking.
Mai Tai.
It'd have to be at least a trough or like a half silo with an actual like umbrella, like just a giant sun umbrella.
Like a dumpster, like the one we have outside, right here.
You can drink out of that. I want the coffee. I want the coffee mug of that anyway. So yeah, he deserves that.
Yeah.
Rum, Mai Tai drink. Yeah, that makes sense because I think he's a tropical dude. He lives in a tropical underground world.
Absolutely.
What's the favorite drink of your kaiju of your childhood? Obviously, I would say Godzilla, Everclear.
No. Godzilla would have to be.
If you go sake, I'm gonna. That's
Midori, a melon flavor, but it's green.
Oh, you're just talking about because of the radioactive.
Yeah, I think it would. Like when you mix it with something else, I think it make it look cool.
The Three Stooges versus the Marx Brothers. If it came down to violence, I think the Stooges win because they get hurt a lot.
Because there's 4 Marx Brothers. They have a numbers advantage.
Yeah, but they can take more hits, I think.
No, I don't know. You saw how they cried every time they got poked in the eyes.
Yeah, they did go temporarily blind. Mm-hmm. I can't see where I'm going now. Although Chaplin beat them all because he could skate right up the edge of those cliffs and whatnot.
If there was a way, Eduardo, to mix a Japanese whiskey with a Midori, or that green liqueur to make something,
Godzilla would never rampage again. And then you would have to give it to that giant wolf too, and crocodile and gorilla.
It was a lizard.
A lizard thing.
Yeah. His name was Lizzie.
Lizzie the. Oh my gosh. Anyway, ridiculous things aside, I put a question in the thing this time. Yep. I picked a cigar question because we are smoking delicious cigars right now. What is too many cigars? Where's the number? Where's the line for you?
For what? A day?
Let's go with a day since that's where your mind went first. I would say, for me, I'm sticking with 5 or below, because once it hits anything above 5, even at 5, sometimes I don't taste left, unless I'm like really focused. I'm in the setting where I can. At some point, it's just burnt tongue.
I think it really would depend on the person. I mean, I think that a lot of the reps these days just light up a cigar to have a cigar lit. I don't think they're really tasting it. I don't think they're really enjoying the nuances of it because they're smoking all day, every day.
It's true.
I mean, we had one rep tell us that he was at an event. I think it was in Nicaragua, and he said as soon as he woke up in the morning, he had a cigar. He had a cigar with him in the shower. He had cigars with him at breakfast. Then they did all their stuff. He had cigars the entire time. Then for lunch and dinner, after dinner, they're having cigars. So I think I think it really depends on the person and what you're smoking for. For me personally, I would say four.
I think maybe
I could have one in the morning, maybe two in the afternoon, spread out a little bit, and then one after dinner, kind of a thing, late night.
that's if we would have had the chance. Then that sounds like a perfect Super Bowl Sunday
Yeah.
because we could have. I just think I was lazy.
Well,
I'm
we
not
could
gonna
because
lie.
of Valerie.
Well, yeah, and she went to the
Mm.
that's a whole other story.
Thanks a lot.
Don't worry about it, guys. But I was being lazy. We could have barbecued. It wasn't
Could've,
that hot,
yeah.
and could have had a cigar with breakfast. After church, go outside, two out there. Game starts. Have fun inside. Hang out with family
Yeah.
after dinner. Once it's a little darker, boom, another cigar. Yeah, I think four is a solid number. Jeremy, that's what burnt palate right there.
Mhm.
Burnt palate easily. 4 a day is a top. I think most I have, and I was losing flavor by then. Yeah, Eduardo, that's an excellent point. Like at some point, it's not that it's no longer enjoyable. It's less enjoyable
Mhm.
at the very least. Because perfect example, yeah, perfect thing. Burnt palate.
Yeah.
It's just it's not like drinking because then drinking tricks you into thinking you're enjoying it more. You're probably not.
Correct.
It's just messed up brain at that point.
And this is something we learned at PCA by like the third year we were going, because we were having up to 13 cigars a day.
Yeah,
I mean, it was a lot. We'd get to the floor, show floor. Here's a cigar. Talk for a while. Go to the next booth. Here's a cigar. Here's a cigar. Here's a cigar. Then we'd go have dinner. Go to the after parties or the meetups, and here's more cigars. More cigars.
okay.
So now what we do is we bring our own cigars, our own stuff. We smoke that. We'll save what we get. Tell them we'll let it rehumidify. We'll smoke it at a later time because
Want to enjoy it.
yeah, we want to be able to enjoy. We want to have fresh palates for that. Definitely, absolutely.
I think Churchill smoked over 15 Cubans a day.
But he had smaller ones, I believe,
He also had
like
a lot.
JFK size ones, like small ones. Like they know they named the Churchill size after him, but I don't think he had that big of a cigar.
No, it's like a petite Corona, I believe.
Yeah,
It's like the World War II vet who had 15 a day, and his I think as many Dr. Peppers with Fireball. I think he liked.
quarter bit Fireball. Fireball's too new.
No, I think he just enjoyed it towards the end of his life. I think he just liked. Yeah, I think he just liked that cinnamon.
But he had more, like slightly bigger than cigarillo size.
Yeah, he had smaller cigars, which still, I mean, if you like them, go for it. But I think especially Churchill, because he also took a nap every day. Even during World War II, he took a nap every day, which I can't fault him because I mean they won. That's
We won.
He had some help there, but
You're welcome.
hey, he still had to deal with all that, and I cannot wait for that other movie to come out, the Department of Ungentlemanly Warfare, which is the start of MI5, I believe, or
cool.
MI6, whatever it's called in England.
Mm-hmm.
The same as we have the OSS during World War II. That was their start of their kind of underground branches. But that's gonna be good.
Wow, I didn't know that.
I heard about that. Yeah.
What Dennis, how you doing? I did not know that. That's interesting. It's interesting fact there.
That's some dedication right there. A lot of times it's not even real cigars you're seeing smoked. I think a lot of the scenes where it's kind of focusing on the main character, sure. And I really do. I was talking about this with a buddy at work about want to get an episode where we get different cuts from different movies, favorite cigar scenes.
The family, head to the five family meeting in New York for Godfather.
Yep, one of the greatest of all times, right there. Mm-hmm. We were watching,
and I want to ask this question real quick there, Eduardo. I don't know, and if Lorenzo is here watching as well, and for anybody else that enjoyed the comic book show, the X-Men in the 90s, and they were bringing it back as X-Men 97. I did notice in a couple of scenes where they have Wolverine, instead of him having a cigar in his mouth, he has a toothpick. Now, do you think that was to get rid of tobacco in the show?
Yeah.
Or they just just do a toothpick?
Well, it's a newer one, right? Not the older one.
No.
Because toothpick is easier to animate than having cigar puff away on any kind of.
Right, but do you think that was more of we got to get rid of tobacco?
To get rid of tobacco, absolutely. They got rid of Yosemite Sam's guns. What do you call it? So they. Did you watch the MI5? No, I did not. I'll have to check that out on BBC. Yeah, nice. I think it was purely because they don't want to promote tobacco. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get that. I wouldn't want to show it to kids either. So it's a cartoon. It's targeted more towards kids. Fair enough. Fair enough. It's not like Invincible or oh gosh, what's the boys cartoon one? Um, the spin-off series. They did little shorts. They didn't follow really a storyline, but they were all animated as well. Throw whatever you want in that. It's for adults.
Mm-hmm.
Ridiculous stuff. So I get it. I'm not the end of the world, but he doesn't carry around a toothpick.
Yeah.
Carry around a cigar.
I'm hoping we see Hugh Jackman with a cigar was in the costume.
I don't know if he can smoke.
Well, he doesn't smoke it just as long as it's lit, you know.
Yeah, I think he would do it for the role. I don't think he would mind because I'm pretty sure he had a cigar
don't
at
see that.
some point in Logan. I want to
Yeah.
say, yeah, he did.
He also had one when Charles Xavier and Magneto went up from the bar.
That was a great scene too. Hilarious little
Yeah.
cameo. Most epic toothpick was Uncle Buck. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Cannot go wrong with that.
So we got caught up on the.
That's Jeremy over on
Okay.
not YouTube, Facebook. Sorry.
He had in the Wolverine movie. She thinks he'll have it in the
Deadpool.
Deadpool. Yeah, because I think he had it in the scene where he was in the cage getting ready to fight.
Yeah.
I think he was smoking one, then he turns around.
Yeah.
So
he had one.
But I'm just saying I want to see him do it in the uniform.
Oh,
That's
okay.
the thing.
The
Even though it has
yellow,
the yellow sleeves, which I don't care for, but I understand why he had it.
Yeah.
The skin cancer thing.
Yeah.
I still want to see that. I think it's gonna be a cool scene to see.
Yeah. No, that's gonna be phenomenal. Yeah, because he also had one in Last Stand when they're in the simulation, trying to light a cigar on the burnt car. That was hilarious.
Yeah.
It's not. Yeah, it's a character tool or trait. I don't know how you classify that. A prop.
Accessory?
A prop of the character. Yeah, accessory. Lobo, if they ever get him in it, which would be cool, he'd have one.
Apparently, he's supposed to be coming out soon in something.
Who? I wonder who.
I think they're doing another not Justice League type movie, but something.
Because they even talked about the Fantastic Four casting. They got Pasquale finally, like for Jerseys. You don't care for him?
I like the other dude. No, I like him.
Who did you want? Oh, from The Office and whatnot. Yeah, he was good. But I think they didn't want to, or maybe just didn't want to do it because I think they had what's her name, Agent Carter. What's her name? The different version of Captain Marvel was fine. Yeah. Black Bolt was great. Much better.
That show did not get the respect it deserved.
They didn't respect the show. Word was Momoa, like
Yeah.
Jason. Lobo. Wait, but he's.
And they're gonna have to be in the same movie.
That's a lot of work for him. All right, if that, I'm not against it. I'm not crazy about Pasquale either. As Reed Richards, he would have been a great Doom. Ooh, yeah. I mean, he already wears a mask pretty dang well in Mandalorian. So, and he does it well. He's a great hero too, though, because he is really the Last of Us right there. Even though he dies in the next one, so whatever. Spoiler.
I never played the games, The Last of Us, but I did enjoy the hell out of the show. Although that show's a liar.
Why?
Because they're supposed to be The Last of Us, and they keep being more and more Last of Us. So it's not really The Last of Us. There's more and more of them.
You're getting to The Last of Us.
They should have been gone to a long time ago.
Well, it's also Last Man on Earth. It's not The Last Man on Earth.
No, he was not.
Show. Yeah, he's not. Hilarious series, by the way. And I started watching it literally when the pandemic started, which kind of threw me for a loop. Because it's about a guy surviving through a bacteria disease that kills everyone on the planet.
I don't like The Last of Us because that was a mushroom or something. Fungus,
yeah. But no zombies in that one. And then there was another, what do you call it? New Spider-Man movie called Sting coming out in April.
Never heard of that.
I haven't heard of that one.
Interesting.
There's always room for more. What do you call it? Because Aquaman is over according to Gunn. Oh, I thought he was fine as Aquaman. Not my favorite, not the worst.
They might recast a new Aquaman for future movies. And I hope they don't do it because I don't like it. The one where he has a hook on his hand.
No, I don't want that either. I just want yeah. The trailer is in the group. Oh, okay. Check it out later then.
Oh, that's all I got for today.
Pretty much, yeah. Well, we didn't talk about the Invincible season 2, part 2.
We can talk about Monday.
It's gonna be good.
Yeah.
I'll say that. We got plenty of time, so I think it's another like 3 weeks before it comes out. And if you watch the trailer, I already know who dies. So
Do you really?
yeah,
All right.
yeah, it's.
Is it his girlfriend?
I wish.
Oh.
Actually, if that's the case, I have no idea. But I don't know what. Never mind. We'll go into it later. We'll go into it later,
Right.
guys. We will be out hopefully downtown for an event this weekend.
Mhm.
First person to show up from the show, just say hello, gets a free cigar. So I hope you'll come check it out with us. It's going to be a great Sunday. Deal's still running. If you guys want to get a hold of that, we'll be doing.
Keep sharing it, please.
Please, yeah, we'll be putting up another deal for those who might not want that many cigars. Maybe a little bit smaller package. Maybe want to send it to a buddy or something. We'll have one for you as well. And yeah, that's all I got for right now. Y'all have a good one.
You guys.